Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. And today wraps up the group stages, the Super 12s of the T20 World Cup. And now we have the semi-finals. This game was between India and Namibia, the last game of the Super 12s. It was a complete dead rubber. India being knocked out yesterday after Afghanistan's loss to New Zealand. And it was a historic, emotional kind of game for India. Not the game that they wanted. They wanted this game to be the final against a big team, and winning, ending on a winning note, and ending career's legacy as captain on a winning note with a trophy. But fairy tales don't always come true, and this one hasn't. Emotional end for Virat Kohli. He's done a lot as Indian captain, especially in all formats. He's been the captain and he's put in a lot of effort. Reached a few semifinals and finals, but hasn't won a trophy, unfortunately. Deserved one. I think this one was the one. They had a solid team, very experienced team, a very good mix of youth and experience. You had the likes of Rohit Sharma, you had Bumrah, Shami, then you had someone like a Rahul Chahar, Varun Chakravarti, youngster there, just Surya Kumar, Ishan Kishan in the middle order, who are explosive and um, different types of players. But it just did not work out. Those two games cost them against Pakistan and New Zealand. Very unfortunate. They have to take the blame themselves. The players, they didn't turn up. You can call it fatigue, you can call it losing the toss or anything like that. But when you're a team like India, you have high expectations, and semi-final is the least, is the minimum, the bare minimum for sure. But having said that, it's been a good run for Virat Kohli. He hasn't won a trophy, but the intensity has been there. Even today, uh, at the game, he was pumped up. He was backing his boys. He was talking from the boundary. He was running around. He was celebrating, and that takes a lot. It shows that he has that passion, that fire still inside him, and he gets the boys going. Even if it's a dead rubber, it doesn't matter. He got them into a huddle, celebrating wickets. Today, the way he sent Surya Kumar in to bat, he could have come and batted his last game as captain, but he sent Surya Kumar in, and yeah, it's been a good run for him. Unfortunate not to get trophies, but at least he'll be happy with the last match. But overall, he will also be thinking about how this team can improve, and now he'll be a player. I think he'll be more lethal. And it looks like Rohit Sharma will take over the reins with the next T20 World Cup next year. But we still need confirmation in that. We know that Rahul Dravid is going to be the next coach. Ravi Shastri and his team are stepping down now. So not the ending that India wanted. Of course, they're happy that they're winning, ended on a winning note. But being out of the tournament before the knockouts is something that they weren't planning. Again, they'll have to work out IPL schedules, and all these tight schedules, bubble to bubble. They'll need more time before a big tournament, I think, to prepare. Yes, an IPL could be a preparation, but still you need to be as a unit, as a team, preparing together. And IPL, you're playing for different franchises, you're up against each other, you're planning and plotting against each other. Whereas in the World Cup, then you have to play and join together. And I think before a World Cup, they should probably play a series, whether it's a home or away, against a team, just so that they start gelling together, and then go into the warm-up games, and from there you can go in. And also, you need that appropriate rest, right? From a lot of these players played in England, then they played in Dubai in the IPL, and now they're still in Dubai for the T20 World Cup. It's been a long, long time. They've been in Dubai since September, and they've been on the road since April, May, before the World Test Championship. They've been on the road. I think they went to India for the IPL in April, and then after that was called off due to COVID. Since May, they've been in England. Then they've come to Dubai. They've been away from their homes. It mentally takes a toll. Physically, it takes a toll. So BCCI have to do a better organization of that. They can't just send their teams playing every single match, every tournament, every tour, everywhere. And there may be a call for different split teams as well. Like T20 have a more young team, have a young captain there, whereas one day in test you can have more experienced players. Let the youngsters play T20, let them groom, let them. This is the stage, because the likes of Kohli, Rohit Sharma are getting older now. They're going to be still around, but you need to groom the youngsters so that when they leave, after such and that, you have the likes of Kohli and Rohit. So you need to develop those players, and the way to do that is like they did in 2007. Just let them free go with the young team. That's where Rohit Sharma came out. In that tournament, we found out who Rohit Sharma was. There's some young players like Robin Uthappa there as well, and plenty of other players. So I think that's something that India will have to look to. Play different teams. Scheduling needs to be better. BCCI have to take responsibility for that. But if today, let me just talk about the game itself. I think very one-sided game. India won the toss. They elected to bowl. They wish they could have done that in the big games against Pakistan and New Zealand. It is a bit tough to bat on first innings, and then it gets way easier in the second innings with it. You definitely we saw it again today. Jadeja was outstanding with the ball, picked up wickets regularly. Didn't let Namibia escape. If you just look at his figures, 4 overs, 16 runs, 3 wickets, again, outstanding figures. He was fantastic against Scotland as well. And as these pitches wear on, especially against opposition who don't play spin well, Jadeja will always be lethal. Ashwin as well, picking up 3 wickets, 4 overs. Why he didn't play the first couple of games, that's going to be a question that they'll have to answer, because he's an experienced player. If you're taking Ashwin in your team, you have in your squad, you have to play him. Otherwise, why don't you take a youngster if you're going to put them on the bench? At least he can learn and everything. So I think Ashwin is someone who's shown, especially on these pitches as they wore down, he's going to be dangerous, and he was dangerous. He picked up 3 wickets. Bumrah outstanding again, needed the new ball. That's a mistake they made in the first couple of games. He didn't have the new ball, especially against Pakistan. So a lot of learning things. I think they also missed Chahal. They missed a proper leg spinner today. Rahul Chahal played, was a bit expensive, didn't pick up wickets, but there were moments where he could have picked up wickets, and maybe they could have gone with him earlier. But I think they should have gone with Yuzdendra Chahal for sure in the squad, because wrist spinners always pick up wickets. Also, Ashwin and Jadeja have shown that on these wickets they can be effective. Shami slightly expensive today. He was really good in the last game, but today he was expensive on the expensive side. Sometimes he does give those boundaries away, and these fast bowlers, it takes a toll on these guys, Shami, Bumrah, and stuff. That's why you have to manage the workload. They cannot play every single format every day. They have to take rest. The IPL, if it comes just before a World Cup, maybe they miss games there, or if there's a tour, they miss that. They need to focus on big tournaments like this, and for that you need to be well rested. And India, that's why they'll have to delve into their depths and find some young players and change players for different formats, basically. But yeah, then after that, Chase again, Rohit and Rahul, class batsmen, outstanding. Pleasure to watch the way they play the shots, fantastic timing, clear the boundary with ease when needed, and play the aggressive cricket. Unfortunate again that it's coming late in the tournament, but they've shown that they're a class opening pair. Surya Kumar got a chance. He proved his worth. He didn't get to perform as he would have liked in this World Cup, and he ended on a good note. Not all it's positive for him. Rahul has shown he's one of the best openers going around in the circuit right now, and it's just that he just wished probably that he did this earlier. Again, you win some, you lose some. As Indian fans, they should be of course, they're not going to be happy, but they should be backing their team no matter what. This is a very talented team. Just bad timing for them in this World Cup. 2 bad performances. Of course, you can criticize those performances, but stick to criticizing on the field. Don't criticize off the field, because these players do put effort. It's not like that. They look lethargic, they look tired, but they also do get run to the ground sometimes. So you have to respect the players and back them. And hopefully for Indian fans, they come back stronger, and there's a World Cup coming next year. So time goes like this. Right now, it looks like 1 year so far away, but time goes like this. They have to start preparing from now, and I'm sure they'll do that. It's in a good way. At least they can, if they lost in the semifinal or a final, then they'll say, "Oh, we got close again," and everything. But now you know that you didn't perform well, and you have to make some overall changes, and I'm sure they'll work on that. But yeah, it's been a good day for India today. Of course, again, not the way they wanted to end in terms of leaving in the group stages, but it's the end of the Virat Kohli era as T20 captain. I don't know if he's going to keep the one-day captaincy. I'm sure he'll be the Test captain for a while, but it looks like his limited over captaincy, especially T20, is officially over. And credit to him for the effort that he's put with India. He's, as a batsman as well, he's been outstanding in T20 cricket, whether it's the 2016 or 2014 World Cup. He was the reason India reached the knockouts, the semis and finals. So credit to him. He's always been passionate. Of course, as captain, he's made mistakes, and that's something that he will look back on, and hopefully he'll work on. If he does get to captain in the future, another in IPL, or I don't know if he's gonna or use that learning in Test cricket as captain. But he's human. He will make mistakes. Hopefully, whoever comes in, if it's Rohit Sharma, he looks to improve the squad, and the way he handles Virat Kohli as well as captain, that's going to be interesting. And I'm sure they have a good relationship now. I've seen them on the field together. They will work well, and hopefully India do bring in youngsters. But yeah, I think I just wanted to pay tribute to Virat Kohli and as a captain. And unfortunately, this wasn't India's tournament, and And now looking forward to the semifinals. Four amazing teams: England, New Zealand, Pakistan, and Australia. Two outstanding semifinals coming up on Wednesday and Thursday. Make sure you stay tuned to Down the Track for the latest content from the T20 World Cup. Can't wait for those games. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the latest content. Thank you.